inhabit them. It says,
hey guys, back again. Apparently PC Gaming Showcase has started and I didn't even realize it.
It says, don't just play games. Revel in them. Unleash them. It says, seriously, is every game Battle Royale now? Or is it just me?
Oh gosh.
From mountaintops.
This is so
to
true.
dungeons, from deep waters to deeper space.
That sucks.
From solo quests to mass engagements, there is magic in PC gaming. Let's celebrate that magic together. This is the PC Gaming Show. And now your host, Sean Plott.
Oh, hello to everyone online. Hello to everyone at the Will Turn. Welcome to the PC Gaming Show.
Yeah.
Yes. My name's Dane, and I'm your host today. I am delighted to be here. We have a fantastic show for you this afternoon. First, to all of you who came out to the Will Turn, thanks for joining us. The Will Turn is just a beautiful venue here in Los Angeles. To all of you online on Twitch, thanks for joining us. To those co-streaming partners, hey as well, I'm talking to you, Dropped Frames, great to have you here. And of course, to all the wonderful sponsors that help make the PC Gaming Show come back again for the fourth straight
PC Gaming.
Now,
go.
Good on you. Now, I'm not the only host here this year. I have my co-op partner up in the balcony. It's Frankie Ward joining us today. How's it going, Frankie?
Hey, Sean. I'm going to be up here in the balcony with a bunch of creative new PC games coming your way.
Ooh. They're going to show PC games coming out this year. So if you want to see it, better get on.
Are so excited for the show to get started. We have over 30 games we're going to be looking at.
They're going to be showing 30 games, Star. Get on, buddy.
So let's get it underway.
Hold on.
Our very first title is from Coffee Stain Studios. Their game has absolutely massive construction as well as automation. Let's take a look at Satisfactory.
Okay. What is this? This is interesting. Ooh, that looks fucking awesome. The hell? This looks like No Man's Sky for a second. Oh shit. Yeah, you might want to get on and see this, bro. Holy crap. Because you're going to miss some shit. They got some cool shit in here. That's a huge damn chainsaw.
Play by play.
Satisfactory. That was interesting.
On the stage to talk about it is the game director at Coffee Stain Studios. It's Oscar Gilsayan. Come here, Oscar. Welcome to the stage. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Now, Oscar, I just want to begin right away by asking, what is Satisfactory all about?
Satisfactory is essentially about building these huge automated factories. So you play as an engineer that's been sent from Earth to this alien planet, and you're going to build this enormous machine. It was hinted at the end of the trailer there.
Yeah.
And to build that, you need a whole ton of parts, which you need to build machines that will make them for you. So you'll start out pretty simple with a few machines.
Yeah.
And then you'll just expand and expand and expand until you finally need to start cutting down trees and replace them with like more convenient concrete.
And you know, for people who haven't played this type of game, can you give me an example of what producing a more advanced resource might look like?
Right. After a while, you'll need to create something more advanced, like a computer, for example. And at that point, you'll have some copper stuff set up, your wires and cables. But to make plastic, you need to get some oil. So you need to go out and you need to find this oil, build some oil pumps and oil refineries, and set up a transport with self-driving vehicles between the outpost and your factory.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that scale because there's a lot of games where you build a house or a small town. How much area are we talking about where all your factories will exist?
Oh, this factory will grow enormous. The main part, which will probably be the biggest, will start spreading more and more and more. Or in some cases, we'll have players just building these massive, tall buildings with factory floor and factory floor. But including the resources that you need to gather from basically all around the map.
Yeah.
So you'll have vehicles driving all over.
Now, I want to ask about the first-person perspective because these types of games typically are top-down. Why first-person?
We wanted it to feel like the player is the one building the stuff.
Yeah.
And when you build,
That's cool.
you build
I like
a bunch
that.
of stuff, you can see these enormous buildings, structures towering above you. But also when you go out and explore, you'll be the one, like, you go through the underbrush and the jungles and whatever.
I mean, in the trailer, it even looks like there's a lot more to explore, like different environments and biomes.
The map is, we made a point to make it big and varied.
We're starting a
and
petition
it's
so you can
about
stop using paper
30
cups
square
and do something
kilometers in
better.
size, so it's kind of enormous.
Wow. Hey, one final question. I saw multiple engineers there. How does multiplayer work?
Oh, it's a co-op game. So you'll start at the
Recommit to
server.
100%
play with your
recyclable
friends.
cups.
Great.
Is it-
Now, tell us,
Is it
how do we get
paper
our hands
recyclable?
on this
What are we
game?
talking about?
So we got a closed alpha planned in the coming months. So you can sign up for the alpha at satisfactorygame.com. And yeah, then you're
Currently,
Great,
90%
Oscar, thanks for
of
joining me on
Interesting.
stage once again.
made
That
from
is
trees that are cut. Used once and thrown
satisfactorygame.com.
away.
Now, up in the balcony, Frank,
Then
I
stop
understand you
cutting
have
trees.
our very first indie title of the day.
We do indeed, Sean, because here's something we love about the PC platform. It's such fertile ground for creative ideas from small teams.
What else are you going to make it out of?
NeoCab is an emotional survival game set in the
Glass,
future
I guess? You
about
just
big
go get
labour, tech
sand
disruption,
and
the
you burn it
experience
into
of
glass?
being a driver for hire. Perhaps
Clay
the
that you dig
last
from
of
underground?
one.
Anything that you
From
make
the
it out
brand
of
new
is going to
indie
hurt
studio
freaking world.
Chance
So,
Agency, let's watch the first gameplay trailer for
why is
NeoCab.
everybody mad at freaking people who cut down trees when literally anything you take from the earth is going to be hurting the earth? Clay, sand, all of it's there for a reason. If you take it and turn it into something else, it's just going to be...
Whoa! Damn!
I'll be back.
Wait, is this first person? Because if it is, that's pretty fucking cool. The art, I love it.
Now, our next game, believe it or not, is in the Battle Royale genre. Of course, it's E3 2018, what do you expect? We have
God.
several Battle Royale games we're going to be talking about today because the
Oh,
Battle
God.
Royale format is very simple and very flexible. Players play in an ever-shrinking space until there's one last standing. So developers have already been doing all kinds of different explorations of what this could possibly be. And our very first Battle Royale game that we'll be introducing today has up to 1,000 concurrent players. It's from Automaton Games. Let's look at Maverick's Proving Grounds.
Why Battle Royale, though? I still don't understand how this genre got so popular. It's fucking Battle Royale, for God's sakes.
Joining me on the stage to talk about Maverick's Proving Grounds is the CEO of Automaton Games. It's James Thompson.
Oh boy.
James, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Now, I want to immediately ask, what about Maverick's Proving Grounds distinguishes itself from other Battle Royale games?
Yeah, well, as you said, it's a very popular formula, and
Yeah.
you know that last man standing kind of game type is incredibly compelling by itself. But Mavericks is really about depth. You know, we've already talked about 400 players before, and we're sort of super excited today to talk about our 5-man squad mode being 1,000 players. But really, it's about depth as well. It's about the fact that
Yeah.
that environment is even a bigger step, the simulation and
Yeah.
those elements sort of combining together.
Yeah, I want to zoom in right on the 1,000 players aspect. How does that really shift the dynamic from the, say, 100 that we're typically used to?
Well, it's really about combining scale with the depth of simulation. So the fact that together, what you actually have is a landscape that means you're making decisions off a lot more information.
Yeah, I mean, because you hinted at that twice now. Like, what do you mean by there's a lot more information in the environment for players to process?
So take a concrete example, right? So let's say a player's walking through the map, they'll be leaving footprints, they'll be displacing foliage, like grass
okay.
bending. But you know, siege-style gameplay in houses, that's like a lot of destruction systems that sort of together make the map
Yeah, there's-
much more of a dynamic
It's like
environment.
a recent history of who could have been here.
Yeah.
You know, I want to ask about what more is in store for Maverick's Proving Grounds. I understand that this has a lot more out-game features than someone might expect.
Yeah, so it's not just that session-based gameplay. You enter the game through the capital, which is our sort of persistent social hub. So we draw from the MMORPG side of things. It's really it's a full world, not just a map. You know, so it's got a persistent game type side to it too.
Yeah.
But really, it's about bringing this all together into something which makes a much richer MMO experience.
Now, where can people go to find out more?
Well, we've just launched our site right now, so if you're interested in signing up for the closed beta, you can do that now at mavericks.gg/closed-beta. And actually, if you register this week, you'll get special in-game content for free from E3.
Well, awesome.
And we have only 100,000 slots for the first group signing up, so
Right on.
that will give you some beta access, but I'm sure there are a lot more people than that on the stream, so
Okay then.
if you're interested in.
Well, James, thanks so much for joining us. Once again, that's maverick.gg. Our very next game helps showcase the extraordinary power of modders. Frankie, tell us about it.
It does indeed, Sean. On PC, we don't just play what's given to us. We mod games to make our own experiences. And for many developers, modding is a way to turn a hobby into a career. The Forgotten City is the perfect example. It's a standalone game that's a reimagining of a wildly successful mod. In fact, the first mod in history to win a National Writers Guild Award. For the first time ever, here's gameplay from the Forgotten City.
Okay. That looks pretty damn good.
Find me like this.
Already the graphics are amazing.
Worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place. An ancient underground city. Its existence long forgotten. Searching for a way out. All I found is a window into the past. If even one person here commits a sin, everyone will die. I tried to set things right, but whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. It's all up to you now. Go back, investigate, talk to everyone, help them out if it'll win their trust. Bend the rules as far as you can. Figure out who's responsible for this, and maybe you can do what I never could. Save these people. Save yourself.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
That's pretty cool.
Coming up on the PC Gaming Show, what's next for Killing Floor 2? And an unannounced game from Tripwire Interactive. And now your host, Sean Plott.
Our next game is a blast from the past. It's not a sequel or prequel or remake, but rather an entirely new game altogether. Let's take a look at Stardoc's Star Control Origins.
Long ago, the Singularity formed, its creators uplifted into something beyond our understanding. These beings, now known as the Lexites, left Earth, traveling to multiple planets in our solar system, before vanishing altogether. This is why we are here. Welcome to Star Control, a state-of-the-art international space agency tasked with the exploration of our solar system and the defense of Earth. Here reside the world's brightest minds and greatest technology, brought together by a strong curiosity to discover the unknown. Help us pioneer the future. Join today.
Star Control has accelerated the construction of our new modular deep solar system vessel specifically for this mission. It's the fastest, most expensive ship humanity has ever made, Captain.
I am Chief Viscosity Officer Windu of the Taiwan. The scribe had evidently received traces of your radio broadcasts themselves.
How was that? Bottom. Watch people say No Man's Sky. I bet you. Spore.
A new alien.
No Man's Sky 2. I knew it.
Delightful new spaceship.
You must be humans. We've heard so much about you.
It does kind of look like Spore now that I think about it. Star Control Origins. I'll look more into that. Looks interesting.
Joining me to talk about Star Control is the Director of Production at Stardock, Patrick Shaw. Thanks for joining me on stage today, Patrick.
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
So now just tell us straight up, what is Star Control all about?
So Star Control is an open universe action RPG. You can visit dozens of aliens, hundreds of different stars, thousands of different unique planets, and you can land on each and every one of them. And when you're driving around the planets, you can jump over canyons, blast critters, and then you can venture out into the solar system and do ship-to-ship combat with hostile aliens.
And I want to ask, since I know that the story is a big part of this game, with it being open world, how do you make sure that the story still stays as the focus for the player?
Yeah, so we're really excited about the story that we prepared for Star Control. It's funny, it's creative, but also has some dark, sinister side to it. However, what we're very proud and very excited about is we have an infinite universe. That is, we are fully simulating the entire universe at all times. So even if you're on some podunk little moon in the corner of the universe, the aliens are still moving around the universe, doing their own thing, exploring and interacting with each other.
So it's not just like at a planet there's the same town whenever you visit it. It depends on how the simulation
It is like No Man's Sky.
Exactly.
Holy shit.
So this infinite universe is the glue that connects my story, my adventure, to the larger open galaxy.
That's awesome. Now, I know modding is going to be a big part of Star Control Origins. How does the modding work?
So what's your favorite science fiction show?
Probably Firefly.
Yeah, so what would you think of making Firefly Season 2?
Shit, that's a lot of pressure, Patrick.
Well,
you're putting me on the spot on stage right now, yeah.
We have a week to do it, so. But anyways, in Star Control Origins, you can create your own ships, your own planets, your own galaxies. You can package up your adventures and share them with your friends online.
So someone else can take care of Firefly Season 2. That's up to you. Now, last thing I want to ask about is how multiplayer works.
Right. So in the game, we have ship-to-ship combat, and that turned out to be so popular in our early testing. They're like, we should make this a separate gameplay mode. So we did. We called it Fleet Battles. So you can create your own ships, you build them out of different pieces and parts, you attach different weapons and defenses, and then you go online to play them. You can either play local multiplayer, 2 people on the same machine, or online, ranked or online play.
Where can people go to pick up Star Control Origins?
Well, right now, Star Control Origins is available for pre-order on GOG and Steam.
Well, lovely. Guys, definitely be sure to head over to starcontrolgame.com and check them out on Steam and GOG as well.
And one more thing, we are happy to announce at the PC Gamer Show that Star Control Origins is launching on September 20th, 2018.
Look for it on September 20th.
It looks interesting.
Now, our next game was PC Gamer's favorite game from E3 last year. It is Hunt Showdown from Crytek. Let's take a look at what's coming for Hunt Showdown just after E3.
On Showdown, I want to get that game, but I was waiting for them to add more stuff. What the hell's that?
I am here with Guy from Skydance, who's here to tell me why fighting in massive mech suits is not about to go out of fashion anytime soon. Guy, now Hellfire, Archangel was originally a single-player narrative game, but Hellfire, this new edition, what changes is that going to make?
Well, players really loved the single-player narrative, but they all kept telling us the same thing. They said, we really want it multiplayer, and we want it off-rails. And we kind of thought, that's a completely different game, but let's give it a shot. And so we got a crack team together. They put something really special. We got 4 maps. We got 6 different mechs. Tons of weapons where you could just blast through the environment and other mechs alike. And it's really just an amazing experience. You can zip around in your mech. You can tower over others. It's just something special that I think you can try right now.
So like Mech Warrior?
Early access. So you just said we can try it right now, but you've got the full version launching soon, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's coming out in July 17th. But you can try it right now if you want an early access. Help us iron out the kinks and break some mechs along the process.
I am no good at ironing out kinks, as I think people at home can see, Guy. But as a heavy mech woman, I can't wait for you to be my light mech wingman in that 2v2 PvP. So let's take a closer look at Archangel Hellfire.
Let's do it.
Hello.
Hi.
So I take it they didn't play Red Dead Redemption.
It's not Sony yet. This is PC.
Still.
Yeah, that's not until later tonight. Which I'm hoping you watch with me, because that... I don't know if you will or not. You were up... They're showing like this mech game right now on PC. It's pretty cool.
Our next title is one I've been looking forward to for quite some time. It's from the makers of Sherlock Holmes, and it's a delightful-looking Lovecraftian mystery.
Uh-oh.
It's called
Lovecraftian
City,
game.
and joining me to talk
Oh
about
god, they're talking about Lovecraft game.
Frogwares, Sergey Oganessian. Welcome, Sergey. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.
You've earned a handshake.
Yeah, you nailed that for me.
Oh god.
You know how you love Lovecraftian.
It's called The Sinking City. Here we go.
You
We're
know,
going to talk about...
right away, The Sinking City, you know, there's a lot of open-world, third-person type games. What makes The Sinking City different from what a player might expect?
I swear to God, if I
Well,
see him.
The Sinking City is an open-world action investigation game inspired by Lovecraft. And we believe that these three elements already make the game pretty unique. And you know, when I say that you can be a detective in a world, in a supernatural world full of mystery and, you know, cosmic fear, like, I really mean it, because investigations are really at the core of The Sinking City.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of games in the open world genre that are focused on action, but you say investigation is at the core. What are investigation mechanics? What does it look like?
So the first thing you should know right off the bat is that we are not going to offer any hand-holding for the player. We will not give you any clear objectives in your diary or, you know, markers on the map telling you where to go or what to do. It's actually up to you to figure that out. Instead, we will give you information.
What the fuck? It's not going to tell you what to do. You got to figure that out yourself.
To suspects to question.
Have
and
fun.
we will ask you in return to use your wits and your intuition to, you know, experiment with your findings, you know, maybe like find a way how to progress. And what you should also know is that finding these clues will not only help you understand what's going on,
because you gotta solve puzzles and shit. Oh my god.
will also help you maybe change the
Dude, are you watching?
You know, you
They're
mentioned
showing the
world
gameplay of it,
itself.
dude. It looks
I mean,
cool.
The footage that
Yeah,
I've seen
I
through the
don't
years
wanna
has
see
just
all
been absolutely beautiful. Talk to me about the
Oh, what
world
the
that
fuck?
we're in and what investigation is at the core.
Gameplay in
So
that
the
game
takes place
is
in this fictional
that's
city of
literally
Arkham
the
in the
one
state
you
of
don't want to watch,
Massachusetts.
because if it
You know,
doesn't
the
tell you
city
what
which
to
is
do,
flooded.
you
There
don't
is
want
a
to see
terrible
somebody else
disaster
know,
going
show
on.
you how to do
which
it.
explained like millions of
Oh,
lives.
that scared me.
And also,
It just showed the
like, it seems
ocean.
like it
Nope,
awakened
I don't.
frightening
I'm just
monsters
scared to
which
see
now roam the streets
something
of
come
Arkham.
through.
You know, people
Nope.
that live in the city, they are very different. Like,
fuck is
different
that?
classes, gangs, cultists, poor people, rich people, but they are all united by fear. You know, they are all afraid, maybe except for the cultists, of course. They are all afraid that, you know, for their lives, because of the flood, because of the monsters. And you know, we actually want to understand what's going on. We want to understand what lies behind
God.
this ostensibly supernatural flood. And what's even funny is that while everybody is afraid, nobody wants to leave. But this is kind of a different story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've talked a little bit about the story world and how it's inspired by Lovecraft. What about the game mechanics? You've mentioned the sanity mechanic in the past.
Indeed, we do have a sanity mechanic which directly impacts gameplay. You know, when our hero is under a lot of stress, when he sees like something supernatural, something disturbing, or even when he's making choices in the story which he's not comfortable with making, you know, he will begin to lose his sanity. He will start to have hallucinations.
graphics are
he will start to
amazing.
hear distorted sounds,
Holy
which
shit.
will allow the player to understand that something
It's so
is actually
open
going on.
world,
Maybe you
too.
need to, you know,
It's an
sit
open
back and
world
do something
game.
about that. As of right now, we're still fine-tuning this mechanic because we're still looking, you know, for the sweet spot between impact on the gameplay and impact on the story.
Since we're almost out of time, I still just have to ask, what are the sweet monsters that we're going to get to see in the game?
Oh, we have different kinds of monsters. We have different kinds of archetypes, you know, with different abilities. And, you know, we actually give you tools. The game is not about fighting monsters. Investigation is the core of the game. But we give you tools to defend yourself. So we give you weapons, we give you skills, we give you even certain, like, traps. In return, we ask you that you make a decision, because the game is about making a decision. Ammunition is scarce, and you will have to adjust your tactics accordingly.
Oh god, he asked what kind of monsters, and they said there's many different monsters.
Like, where can they go to find out more information?
So if you're hungry for more, you can always follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. This is where we post our updates regularly. Facebook, The Sinking City Game, YouTube, Frogwares. So go there, and like, this is definitely the place to go if you want to learn more.
Well, I'm super excited to personally see how it turns out. Thanks for joining me on stage, Sergey. The Sinking City. Now, our next game is a PC title that has only gotten better over the last few years, and I'm always excited to hear what they have in store. Frankie is up on the balcony with the developers of Warframe. Talk to me, Frankie.
Oh, now the people who with
know
Warframe
PC
are
is
on
home
here.
to some of the most
What?
devoted communities in gaming, and one of the best, undoubtedly,
We should get
belongs to
Warframe and play it again.
Last year, the game got its first open world update.
Apparently, Warframe is open world now.
Cinematic quest is called The Sacrifice.
Yeah, we should play it.
And we've got the exclusive launch trailer for you.
They're talking about it right now.
I heard they changed the crap out of it. They changed a whole bunch of
Yeah,
stuff.
they're showing it right now. What the fuck? Doesn't even look like Warframe as I remember. The Sacrifice coming in June.
Megan Everett,
Warframe.
community manager at Digital Extremes, joins me now. Megan, tell me more about The Sacrifice.
So The Sacrifice is the latest installment of our cinematic quest. It continues a story that we started in The Second Dream, continued with The War Within, and then Apostasy Prologue. So at the end of last year, we kind of shattered some hearts and left them with a bit of a plot twist, and I'm not going to spoil it for people who want to maybe catch up. But what I can say is that, obviously from the trailer that you saw, the wait for Umbra, the 3-year wait to the Umbra Warframe is finally over. The creepy guy at the end of the trailer there, Ballast, plays a pretty big role in this quest. And again, not going to spoil a lot.
Oh my god.
I can say that it's coming this week on PC.
And you guys are actually currently waiting, well, as well as the update, you're working towards TennoCon right now.
Yes, so it's going to be another big year for us, and I'm really excited for it.
Well, let's take a look at last year's event to get an idea of what TennoCon is all about.
What do you think the mega reveal at Tenno Live is going to be?
Can you tell me anything about this Umbra thing that's maybe going on or whatever?
It was pretty amazing. Like it's a
Oh my god, Angry Joe. There's fucking Angry Joe on there.
You got all these other games coming out, but this one's free.
When's 2018 happening?
Get it started.
Given that the community knows you as Auntie Megan, oh God, it must be huge for you to be at TennoCon.
TennoCon is really special for really everyone that works at Digital Extremes. The developers pour their heart and soul into what we do for TennoCon, and I know for me it was literally like the best day of my entire career. I know Rebecca, our community director at home, was watching. But last year when we did the Plains of Eidolon, open world expansion reveal,
Ninjas play
Rev
free.
and I were
right?
actually doing that as a live demonstration in front of everyone, and we had practiced it for months, and it went as flawlessly as we could have ever hoped for. And we actually, like, as people were cheering, it's pitch black on stage. Rev and I look at each other and we just kind of fist pump and both started crying because we didn't crash the demonstration. So if you watch Tenno Live this year, if you're there, you can definitely probably count on some tears and some emotions because it's a really big day for us.
So basically, bring tissues, right?
Bring tissues for yourself, for me, for everyone involved, because there will be some tears probably.
But if you can't get to TennoCon because unfortunately it is sold out, how can you watch it online?
So on twitch.tv/Warframe, you can definitely check it out. And PC Gamer is also hosting as well on their Facebook and Twitter.
And you get free stuff by watching Twitch?
You do. So if you want to link your Warframe account to your Twitch account, and all you have to do is watch and you get some free stuff.
Fantastic. So that's happening from July 7th, and you'll be able to watch TennoCon live through PC Gamer's Twitch channel and the Facebook page. Thank you, Auntie Megs. Sean, it's over to you.
Thank you, Frankie, and thank you, Warframe. The next name is one I grew up with, Sega. They've become a prolific
Sega.
publisher of Japanese
Yes, you
games.
are. You're dead.
known for their
PC gaming
especially
shows
loved
on.
by this guy on the left.
Got my food, ladies and gentlemen, but
Sega's bringing shining resonance both to PC and console the same
see what
day,
time
and
is it?
Shenmue is going to be coming later this year. They have all sorts of games coming up. Let's
wow,
take
this is
look
a
at what
long
Sega's
fuck
got in store.
conference. Alright guys, I hope you guys don't mind me eating while I watch this. Because I'm fucking hungry, I haven't eaten all day.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
What?
Nothing.
Did you say please don't?
What?
Did you say please don't?
Yeah, so please don't be a Red Dead Redemption moment. I can't tell you because it'll spoil.
Wait. Say it one more time.
No, because then it'll spoil it.
No, just tell me one more time.
I'm talking about a show. I'm near the... Never mind.
I thought that game was already out.
Yakuza 0 is available for pre-order right now and will be releasing on Steam in early August. We hope you've been enjoying the show thus far. We have so much more great stuff to come. Let's see what's coming up at this year's PC Gaming Show.
Coming up on the PC Gaming Show, a new publisher reveals 3 new games. And the first ever gameplay footage of Overkill's The
Yes, dude, you want to go now? Overkill's The Walking Dead. They're going to show it.
Okay.
And I'm back.
Yeah, and it's gameplay. So
Our next guest is a regular here at the PC Gaming Show, having attended all 4 years. Frankie's with him up in the balcony.
Enjoy
It's
all your
Tripwire.
spoilers, Amber.
Sean, if you are anything like me, you probably need to let off steam every once in a while. And I personally can't think of a better way to do it than by kicking back and tearing up a load of monstrous enemies. It's kind of either that or pushing the office photocopier out of the window, and I, for one, prefer the option that keeps me and everyone here in a job. With that in mind, I am thrilled to welcome Bill Monk from Killing Floor 2 back to E3.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Got a lot of fans in the audience.
Oh, yeah,
Bill.
yeah.
Listen to that applause.
Yep.
They all want to know what the latest from Tripwire and Killing Floor 2 is.
Yep, we've been really busy working on Killing Floor, and we got 4 major updates that are coming out this year. The first one we dropped in March, and we're getting ready to drop the next one really soon.
Coming tomorrow, Bill. What's involved?
Yeah, so we're bringing the summer sideshow back, but this time we're mixing circus freaks with steampunk in a really fun, exciting way.
Huh.
We have a really cool new system that we're adding. It's called the Weapon Upgrade System. And with this, there's 73 different weapons that we have in our game, and each one you can upgrade it and make it viable for late play. So it really adds a lot of creativity to your loadout. So I'm really excited to get that in people's hands.
So you can make your boy guns big.
Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Bill. Let's take a look at the trailer for Treacherous Skies Summer Sideshow.
Welcome aboard the HMS Queen Victoria, ladies and gents. Ringleader Lockhart speaking to you from, well, someplace very safe, yes. You helped me escape that fray.
This looks really cool.
Steamland. But now I need your help once again. I've got to get to my island in the channel. Now, listen up. I don't know how, but these blasted circus freaks followed us on board. I think it's time to put on a show. It's of daring deeds and horrendous bloodshed. Oh, poor me. My mechanical children have turned against me. Blasted traitors. Careful, lads. They're tough, even removing the head. Put these rebellious robots down. But take heart, lads and lasses. I have invented some new toys. The Doomstick. 4 barrels are better than 2. The Static Strikers. A shockingly stylish set of gauntlets. And the M99 Sniper Rifle. And finally, there's a last-minute addition to the crew.
What's this woman go?
Seems Mrs. Foster negotiated her way on board and is set on giving Zed
You won't like the angry.
the business. And remember, we'll see you on the airship.
Fossey, joke for you. Optician says my eyes are okay. I say, then how do you explain my husband?
Now, as is tradition, the content that you just saw will be available tomorrow, including a free weekend for PC this weekend. Definitely check it out with Killing Floor 2. But that's not all that Tripwire has. I have the president of Tripwire himself, John Gibson, on stage. John, welcome back again.
Thanks, Sean. Pleasure to be here.
Now, I understand that Tripwire is stepping into also doing publishing. What does that entail?
That's right. So, Sean, it's really challenging for developers right now with the thousands of games that are coming out every year.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get noticed. And then you have the traditional publishing deals. So we're giving developers fair deals. We're going to be helping them rise above that noise so they can get noticed. And because of our experience developing our own games and publishing our own games, we're going to help them with marketing, funding, mentoring, feedback to help them succeed.
Yeah, I mean,
I could barely hear you. What?
is one of those games. This is Road Redemption.
That is right. I'm happy to announce that we're going to be publishing Road Redemption. We're going to be helping
What'd you say?
grow and succeed even more on Steam, but also bring the franchise beyond Steam.
I thought you were talking to me.
Today you have a world-exclusive new game, hasn't been announced.
I thought you do. Nobody knows.
Before we roll the trailers, I wonder if you could give me a little bit of a tease.
Yeah, so we're working.
I heard you
with
say
the team of
something like
Blindside Games,
Amber.
and they're led by Alex Quick.
Oh, yeah, right.
So if you're familiar with the Killing Floor universe, you know Alex Quick was the modder that created the original Killing Floor mod, which Tripwire worked with Alex to bring commercial. And then Alex went off, assembled his own team, made the game Depth, which was sharks and humans fighting each other, very, very successful. And now it's come full circle. We're working with Alex again, and we're going to bring his all-new game to market.
Well, let's take a look at it right now. World-exclusive, new, upcoming game from Tripwire.
Close your eyes and imagine a place where the sun is bright and the beaches are white. A place filled with southern charm, where the water is as warm as the welcome. So come feel the wind in your sails. Kick back and relax. Enjoy the local cuisine. Your dream vacation is waiting for you here on the Gulf Coast.
Oh my god.
Go to maneatergame.com now to book your vacation.
There's a fucking new game called Maneater. It's a shark game. Hell yeah!
So, hey, John, so you get to play as the shark.
You are the shark. This is an open world action RPG where you play as a shark, or as we like to call it, a shark PG.
Oh, nice. Okay, so do you like upgrade and improve the shark? Is there like skill trees?
You do. There is a shark skill tree. Really?
Oh, this is fucking awesome.
There is a full single-player campaign. You eat your way through it. You get bigger teeth. You can jump out of the water and snatch people off piers and all of that fun stuff.
I didn't realize this was a power fantasy I needed so badly. Now, where can people go to get more information about it?
They can go to maneatergame.com.
All right. I doubt anyone will forget that here. That's maneatergame.com. John, thanks so much for joining me on stage. And once again,
pleasure.
all the content that Tripwire showcased earlier about Killing Floor 2 and Road Redemption will be playable here at E3. Definitely be sure to check it out. Coming up next, Frankie has a whole slew of unannounced games. Frankie.
Cheers, Sean. Man-eater looking tasty there. And I can't believe they named a game after my favourite weekend activity. Indies are at the heart of PC gaming, and next up is a brand new publisher revealing 3 games for the very first time, releasing one of them, Behave Yourselves audience, today. So let's take a look.
Publishers are boring. What? All right. All right. Untitled publisher.
That's it, Amber.
Hmm.
We're making a game. Let's make a game.
I don't even know how to make one.
Well, we're freaking bad.
Give me a second, guys. Oh, you'd already play this. I already know. What the hell? Never mind. It looked like Farmville, but in first person. And with unturned graphics.
Okay. So apparently
All
I can
these
make
games
I can make my
look
3D
like
models in
must-plays.
Blender. That's
And
useful.
Overwhelm, the final game
I'll
of the
try that
bunch
out.
is
I'm gonna
available
import
on
my
Steam
sword.
right
Awesome.
now
I'm gonna try and get
with
my
a special
sword
launch
into Unreal
discount. So
Engine.
make sure you
That'd
check
be
that
so
out
cool.
after the show. And if you're at E3 this week, head over to the PC Gamer corner of the Facebook booth inside the South Hall to give Overwhelm a try. Right. Next up, it's time for us all to take a
Bane of
holiday, and
Souls.
where better than a virtual resort with some truly spectacular wildlife.
All of this.
Back again this year are friends of the show, Frontier Developments, with a unique take on the park management genre. I am, of course, talking about Jurassic World Evolution.
Oh, they're talking about Jurassic
The
Park,
long-awaited game is
the Jurassic
open
World
world
game now,
and lets you build your own
Evolution.
dinosaur-stuffed tourist trap.
Yeah,
What could possibly go
I'm
wrong?
gonna do this stuff.
Unleash the Goldblum!
You think that things are going to turn out differently, huh? Well, the ones before you did too. Because they believed that they were in control. And control... Well, here's the thing. Humanity is desperate for it. We are seduced by it. Deceived by the...
I definitely want to get this game.
But we never really possess it. Because if there's anything that chaos theory has taught us, it's that nature is on its own course. And when we interfere, when humanity tries to put nature into orderly boxes, chaos destroys them. And what makes us such unique creatures is knowing the scope and power of what we're up against and still believing that we can win. I know, however, what I would predict.
Oh my god, I saw T-Rex eat a fucking goat.
I am so excited for that game. Our next title is from Insomniac, who've been making amazing games for years, and they're going to try to take their expertise
fucking
into
epic.
the question.
There's also a new shark game that's coming called Man-Eater, and you play as a shark. I'm fucking getting it.
Stormland.
File, new, folder, Bane of Souls. Okay, Bane of Souls. Bane of Souls.
Was this a VR game? Show me some gameplay of that Walking Dead, and I want to see that.
Steam. Add your Steam friends as epic friends to fill out your squad. Alright, I got my Bane of Souls FBX object, and I'm gonna see if Painting Board I can do.
Try to import it through Gary's mod as a workshop item. That'd be interesting.
What?
Your sword. Try to put it. Yeah.
I would have to freaking make animations for it. Like, I'd have to make it a sword animation where people can actually use it, or I can replace it. I'd have to make
Maybe we can have it as a prop just to see if it works.
I can do that. I'm gonna try it in Unreal Engine first, so I can see if I'm putting it in my own game. I can put it in Gmod too, with Bane of Souls. You can have it in game. But it is first edition, so it's not completely done. So we're gonna do some stuff to it.
What the hell's that thing? This is an interesting game. If only I had a VR and PC, I would play it. Thing is, Vives are fuck. Well, Vives and Oculus Rifts are both expensive as fuck.
Joining me to talk about Stormland is the Chief Creative Officer at Insomniac Games. Join me in welcoming Chad Desern.
I swear I've heard of Insomniac Games. It sounds familiar.
Hey, Chad, welcome to the stage. I want to start right away and ask,
I don't know where I've heard it from, though.
all about?
Well, in Stormland, you play as an android gardener.
I have seen that name
an
somewhere.
entity called
I looked that up.
Tempest uproots your habitat
Insomniac
and shatters your
Games.
android body.
No,
So
I've
you've
heard
got
that
to
name.
travel to a civilization above the Thunderheads to repair yourself and save your friends.
And I want to ask what open world means in VR.
Well, for us, it's about
It's an
giving the
open world
players
VR
the ability
game?
to
What?
explore the world freely with a set of android movement abilities that are designed to give
Yeah.
you complete agency.
Yeah, because that's always a huge question I have is how does motion work in any VR title?
Yeah, well, in Stormland, you can do things like fly just above the slipstream with your outstretched android hands.
Yeah.
You can shoot a laser into the cloud surface and then make a ramp, kick off of that. climb up a cliffside, like literally launching yourself with your synthetic android strength, and then like push off and glide back down using your hands to control your descent.
Just massive freedom of movement, yeah.
That's it. It's this set of mechanics that are designed together to work fluidly so that movement feels exhilarating, and you can kind of take the world at your own pace with it.
I'm curious why VR for this type of title?
There are a series of things that we're doing with Stormland that we could only do in VR. It's about the expressiveness of having tracked head and hands and how we use that for combat, how we use it for movement, even things like scavenging technology to attach it to your body. Like you look down, you get a new piece of tech, and you attach it right into your arm, and then suddenly you've got the ability to harness electricity or cloak yourself, or all kinds of different cool Android abilities.
I mean, the art is just beautiful in the footage that we've seen. I wonder if you can talk to me a little bit about the world and what it means for it to be ever changing.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So that entity called the Tempest rearranges everything every single week,
Vein of Souls,
so that we present the player with new playgrounds of movement and combat and scavenging, and you never know what you're going to discover. So every single island you find has the potential to hide an enemy stronghold or a network of underground caverns or brand new tech discoveries.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I got to ask, where can we go for more information?
Well, you can stay tuned by watching the Facebook and Twitter with at Stormland VR, or you can check us out at insomniac.games.
I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks for joining me, Chad. Once again, oculus.com/Stormland for more information. Frankie's up in the balcony with our next absolutely gorgeous-looking indie title.
It really is, Sean, because next up we've got a first look at a new game from publisher Raw Fury, a neo-noir detective drama featuring a Paris cabbie who finds himself drawn into a world of crime. Sacré Roddy Bleu. Yes, I speak French. I can't wait for this one, so let's take a ride with the trailer.
Yes, but I'm mostly excited to see some freaking Walking Dead gameplay here. I've been waiting for Overkill's Walking Dead gameplay. Also, this game takes place in Paris.
Oh my god, dude, you can hear my computer freaking crying. Go ahead, import the pencils.
Oh.
It's trying to import it. It's dying trying to import it.
If you like that last game, you'll definitely love our next one. It's from the exact same publisher, Raw Fury. It's an open-world, narrative-focused game with an incredible art style. Let's take a look at Sable.
Huh. Oh, that's weird to look at. Whoa. Oh, it messes with my eyes. Has a weird art style, but I like it. It looks like some old... I don't even know. It looks like... It should kind of look... I don't know. Comic bookish, I guess? A comic bookish open world game. Sable.
Joining me to talk about Sable is the core development team on stage. It's Daniel Feinberg and Greg Kithriotis. I want to immediately
Sorry, guys, I
ask,
got
what
stuck.
kind of game is Sable?
Yeah,
What
like-
can we expect?
Sable is
Well,
an open
I don't know if
world
it's stuck in my
desert
throat, but I like
exploration
have a feeling in my
It's
throat.
not a game about combat or about leveling up. It's a game about solitude, and it's a game about exploration. You play as Sable, a girl leaving her home to explore this world filled with monumental architecture, fallen spaceships, and you'll travel around on your hoverbike learning about the people, the culture, and the history of this world.
And, you know, I talked about it before. I think this art style is amazing. Where's the origins of this?
So we were really heavily inspired by the clear lines style of French and Belgian comics, as well as Japanese animation, particularly Studio Ghibli. So we really want to feel our players to feel the same sense of wonder that you get from watching one of their films. And so from the very beginning, we knew that we really needed to nail the visual style. And so we put a lot of time and sort of effort into our rendering system. And yeah, we're really pleased to be able to show it to everyone.
Yeah. And I mean, I know that you two consist of most of the core development, the art and the programming. What about the music that was in that trailer?
Yeah, so that was a new track by Japanese Breakfast.
Oh, yeah, the T-shirt. Yes, of course.
Yeah,
right.
So she, Michelle, she is doing the soundtrack for the game. Japanese Breakfast is one of my favorite bands right now. It's incredible to have
Well, it all just came together so beautifully in the trailer, and I know that you guys are really regular about updating, you know, blogs, sharing what's going on with the development. Where can people go to find more?
So they can go to our Twitter account, ShedworksReg and ShedworksDan, or to sablegame.com.
Lovely, gentlemen. Thanks so much for joining me. Once again, the name of the game is
Sablegame.com.
Sable. Our next title is one that has been in development, even showing up in our very first PC gaming show. It's Cloud Imperium Games still hard at work on their title, Star Citizen. Let's see what they have in store.
Oh, they're showing Star Citizen. It said it was in their very first show. And they're still working on it. Jesus. PC game, the people just said that Star Citizens have been working on the game so long that it was on their very first show.
Very first show for what, E3?
The PC gaming. And PC Gamer has made things for a long fucking time.
PC Gamer, they're not a gaming company.
No, but they host a show for PC games that are coming out. Oh, this looks fucking good, though. Holy shit. Oh, damn. Oh. Excuse me, guys. I feel like... it feels like it's like...
You just cut off the audio of your mic.
Well, then I can't hear... Then I won't be able to hear my game. I can't.
Oh, this is why I do split audio. This is why I use Audacity. If I want my mic cut out, it won't affect the game.
It looked interesting. Your universe is waiting. Prepare for... Damn it. I can't speak well because it's like...
Gaming show. All new gameplay footage of Just Cause 4. A closer look at The Walking Dead. The final season. All new gameplay footage of Hitman. And now your host, Sean Plott.
Show me.
As we do each year at the PC Gaming Show, in addition to talking about games, we're also going to talk about some of the upcoming hardware trends. To join me in talking about it is the Senior Brand Manager from Acer. It's Eric Ackerson. Thanks for joining me up here, Eric.
Sean, really excited to be here.
Now, I just want to straight up ask, what are some of the big trends that consumers can be expecting right now?
Well, right now we're developing some new products, particularly in the display space. We want to take the experience to the next level. To help with that, one of our new products is the Predator X27. It's an incredible gaming display. For instance, it's 4K and 120
Holy
Hz
shit.
refresh. The users can overclock to 144. But what really takes it over to the next level is the inclusion of G-Sync HDR.
You know, I hear a lot about HDR. Can you explain a little more in detail what that is and what that means?
Well, there's quite a bit that goes into it, but for the purpose of this conversation, the fact that there are 384 individual backlit zones, so the backlighting can be individually controlled, really bright, very dark. It makes a better contrast on screen. Each of them are individually controlled. The brightness of the screen is far above a typical display. Typical, you're looking at 300 to 400 nits. We're looking at 600 with the Predator X27 with a max of 1,000 nits.
So talking about the Predator
X37.
X37.
Just now, there's a wide variety of some photorealistic, some with a really iconic art style. How does HDR contribute to that big range we see in gaming?
Well, one of the big things that helps is the color gamut that's available with these displays. We're able to do 99% of the Adobe color gamut, so it's better representing the vision of the art director.
Yeah, and some of the games that
they're showing a 4K resolution monitor.
Again, you won't
a
see
new
it
one
in
that just
HDR
came
right
out
now
called the
because having
4K
an HDR
Predator.
monitor doesn't work that way. We can't just stream it to you, but you know, it brings me to one of my next questions about PC gamers tend to have a huge range of possible budgets. What are the different sort of products to look for at those price ranges?
Well, I mean, we cover the gamut from very simple and to the point to high-performance esports products or multi-view, surround, multi-display products. But we also go really crazy sometimes. We decide, we put our engineers to the test. What can you do if you have no limit? So one of the projects we've worked on is something called the Predator 21X. This is a 21-inch curved screen laptop with a mechanical keyboard and 2 graphics cards. Science, materials. We did a really good thing. But you know what? To be serious, not just to joke, we actually have to ship this with a Pelican case to protect the laptop, and it sells for $9,000.
$9,000 fucking dollars!
Every single unit we could make.
Holy
shit! Cover every spectrum of gaming.
Cheap. You know, you brought
for a monitor. It's a new monitor for $9,000.
Segment. Where can people go to hear more about or even pick one up once they stop being sold out?
So that's the good news is
I'll tell you right now, it's not worth it.
Our customers, partners are selling them. The bad news is a few have already sold out of this new Predator X27 monitor. I believe Micro Center is still in stock. Amazon will be in stock again soon.
Well, thank you so much for joining me on
Apparently they're nearly sold out. People buying them.
Frankie is awaiting in the balcony with our very next title.
The PC has always been the platform for crazy ideas. In our next game, Genesis Alpha 1, you build and manage a space vessel, farm resources, deal with terrifying alien infestations, and explore a vast, randomly generated universe.
Ooh.
Oh, and you can take DNA from the aliens you encounter across the galaxy.
I like the sound of aliens. Here we go.
New life forms. Just a typical day at the office. Let's take a look.
Greetings, Commander. You have been sent to Quadrant Alpha 1. The mission is to find a new home for the crew on board of this ship. Expand your ship and explore the galaxy for resources and interesting new life forms. Feel free to experiment with DNA and alien abilities to maximize crew efficiency.
I gotta show you this game afterwards, dude. You're gonna love the idea of this game. Holy fuck. I like this. Holy shit. What's this game called? Well, either way, I have it on video, so I'll be able to figure it out. Coming September.
Now, if you didn't catch the pre-show quiz, you might be wondering who my buddy is. Well, this, ladies and gentlemen, is Webster from Drake's Cakes, one of the PC Gaming Show's sponsors this year. And he's got a cool competition for you, the Drake's Cakes PAX giveaway. Oh yes. PAX is a gathering of PC and tabletop games, concerts, panels, exhibits, and tournaments. It's like a 4-day LAN party, festival, workshop, and concert rolled into one. The very lucky winner will enjoy a trip to PAX West, including 2 tickets and a free trip to Seattle. So if that's you, hit me up on those dates, because I am free. Webster, my man duck, this is very generous of you indeed. And by entering, guys, you will get a discount code to get your hands on some delicious Drake's Cakes available on Amazon.
Drake's
And if you're at
Cakes.
E3 itself, don't forget you can meet Webster in person at the E3 Concourse Walkway, where he'll be giving away Drake's swag and tasty treats all week.
Damn, well, it probably costs a lot of money to fly there, though, or drive there. Even though I would love to fucking go to a gaming place, hell yeah.
One of Earth's best gaming festivals, visit pcgamer.com/Drake's Cakes and enter now for a chance to win and hang out with Webster. All right, Webster, all this hosting has got me a bit peckish. How about we look at a trailer for the next edition of Clay Entertainment's beloved survival series, Don't Starve, Hamlet.
Don't Starve. Oh, their show Don't Starve.
I can actually play that one.
Yeah, you have played it with me.
Yeah, I know, but it's not like... It's not one of those that...
Hell? Looks way different.
Is it not overhead?
It's overhead, but it... Like I saw a town with a whole bunch of NPCs.
Or the players.
No, like they were interactive. What the hell? Don't Starve Hamlet? There's a new DLC called Hamlet.
The next title is the next installment in a series that never fails to make me laugh. It's Just Cause 4, and they have a brand new engine to bring the level of delicious insanity one notch up. Let's take a look.
Ooh, there's a new engine being made.
Just Cause 4 can really do.
Oh, they're talking about the new engine in Just Cause. Holy fuck.
A new engine?
Yeah, they're making a whole new engine from it. They're gonna explain what it can do. It's called Apex. Unreviled draw distance.
On what?
Unreal. Improved HDR lighting. Interactive weather systems. Physics-based, whatever the hell that says, aerodynamics. I can't even say it. Aerodynamics. Aerodynamics. I'm sorry, I can't say it. Increased. I didn't even get to read that.
It's so long on one word.
Yeah, because I can't freaking say it. It's hard. I can't even say it, even though you can say it. I'll
just pretend this is how it's spelled.
Joining me to talk about it on stage now, from Avalanche Studios, it's Francesco Antolini and Adam Davidson. Gentlemen, welcome. Talk to me about the tornado.
It's basically like aerospace.
So it's a very nice piece of tech. It's not just beautiful, but thanks to Apex,
aerodynamics.
It's also
you can study
on the board
aerodynamics.
It actually works. It's fully physicalized.
Just Cause 4. You know, I need to play the other Just Cause games.
It's not just like a background piece. It's actually impacting the world.
This is Just Cause, man. You go there and
Just
play
Cause
with
3 for
it.
free.
You know, throughout the trailers that I've seen, there seems to be a lot of different environments that are available throughout. Can you talk to me about those?
Yeah, I mean, one of the most important things to us with this installment of Just Cause was bringing a lot more variety into the game, and that extends to a lot of
this is
the biomes of the game.
Their freaking conference is long.
Like, say, southern Italy, like we had last time. Now you have lush rainforests, deserts, grassland, and even alpine biomes, all of which, you know,
because they started at 5. And it's like 6 o'clock.
Important to me is some of my favorite features from Just Cause 3.
This utility will update the system BIOS. During the update procedure, your system will restart.
Are those
Before you
coming back
continue,
from Just
close
Cause
all
4?
your open documents and exit all running applications. Do not interrupt the procedure once it begins. Do not disconnect the AC power source. Interruption of the BIOS update procedure will likely render your system unusable.
The combat model has been completely reworked, redesigned, enhanced, so new weapon, new enemies, new AI. We've got extreme weather
Hey, Amber, well,
that
apparently,
interacts with
if I touch my computer while this is running,
the
it
wind
could break
that
my
we saw from
computer.
the tornadoes is just like basic wind effects.
What will
also
break your
being
computer?
incorporated as well.
Again, it
It's
just goes,
updating
so
the
not
system
even just an
BIOS.
effect,
Once I
so
click this
there is
button,
wind,
once I
it's
click it, if
physics,
I do
and that's
anything
what
on the
requires
computer,
you
it could
So
cause my
great.
computer to die.
Well, where can
Just kill
people go
itself.
to get some?
So I can't. I'm gonna have to
We'll
close
call
everything.
first-hand footage of what
For how long?
PS4 can deliver.
I don't freaking know.
They can check it out at justcause.com.
I don't want my computer to freaking die. I
E3
just got it, so.
for 3 days.
I'll be
That's
back
right.
whenever.
Believe it or not, E3 hasn't started yet. Starts tomorrow. So
Yeah.
June 12th through 14th, you can check it out. Thanks so much for joining us on stage.
Wait, what? E3 isn't started yet.
Now, our next title is one of my all-time favorite IPs. I can't wait for Frankie to talk to you about The Walking Dead.
Which one?
Overkill Software and
Yes!
creators of Payday and Payday 2. Therefore, it goes without saying that these studios are some
Fuck
of the
yeah.
most talented makers of cooperative shooters, and their next one is set in a familiar but new apocalyptic Washington, D.C. Here's the first gameplay footage for Overkill's The Walking Dead, and keep your eyes peeled for the release date at the end.
Yes, 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 yes. Here we go. I'm fucking hyped about this shit. I'm getting it. I'm pre-ordering this shit. I'm gonna get it.
We were so many things. Husbands and wives, doctors and teachers, writers and architects. But when the world ended, all that ended too. Every day we fight for more than survival. We fight to build a new life. Alone, we're weak. But together, we might stand a chance.
Yes. Fuck yes. November 6th.
And I have more good news.
I'm getting it.
For fans of The Walking Dead, Overkill's game for The Walking Dead, of course, coming soon, but we have a second, completely different Walking Dead game that we're getting the chance to talk about right now. This is Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season.
See, I haven't completed all this, so please don't show spoilers on this.
James Windler and the voice of Clementine herself, Melissa Hutchison.
Oh shit, Melissa.
Thanks for joining me on the stage.
Our pleasure.
Thank you. Now, I want to ask right away for, people who've played through the first 3 seasons of The Walking Dead, in terms of the gameplay, what's some of the familiar and what's some of the new?
Okay, so for people who don't know Telltale, we are a story-based company. We focus on narrative.
It's more third person.
We've had our roots in the old school point-and-click adventure games, but we've developed our own cinematic style and almost a signature mechanic, like our choice wheel.
Yeah.
And that's all familiar. That should, the choices branch the narrative. What's new this year? We have traditionally combat and action. We've done with QTEs and like swipes and button mashes and all of that. This year, with the final season, we're introducing segments of unscripted combat.
Yeah, we see some of this right here.
Yeah, so Clem probably just brutalized a zombie there.
Of course she is.
Oh yeah, so we also have the orbital cam, like the over-the-shoulder camera. So that's offering our players opportunities to explore our environments, which you can also see from the B-roll. Is they're looking really, really good with this graphic black art style that we're employing.
Yeah, because in the previous games it was much more of a directed camera from scene to scene, but now you can really sort of explore the environment on your own.
Absolutely, yeah, and yeah.
That's way different.
about the story? I mean, Telltale games always have that as the central feature.
Please
Where
don't.
does The Walking Dead, the final season, start off?
Okay, so it starts, Clementine has been on the road for a long time. We are post-time jump in the comics. She's been on the road. She's traveling with AJ, who is an orphan boy, who is the closest thing that she has to family. But they're reaching the end of it. They are like running out of steam on the road. It's like proving to be untenable. So the final season, Clementine discovers a school, a secluded school, where there are no adults, and essentially sees that this might be a place that they could call home.
Yeah, and what are the sort of challenges that she's going to face throughout the season?
Oh, all kinds of challenges, yeah. Like zombie threat all the time. Yeah, of course. And then there's always the external threat, like at some point there are going to be adults coming in representing external threats that she's going to have to deal with.
Now, Melissa, I want to ask what your experience has been like, because it's rare to have, a voice actress journey along with a character in a multi-year journey. I mean, how long ago was the first recording that you did?
Well, it was 2012, but we might have even started in 2011. I don't know.
We're not going to do math on air.
Yeah, we're
That's
not
always
doing
a
math.
bad idea.
That's not happening right now. It's been a long time, and it's not only just playing one character. It's actually been aging with her, growing with her, and falling deeper and deeper in love with her, and starting as this young child who's playing as Lee. It's your job to protect her, and then organically moving through all these seasons, and now you're playing as Clementine. I mean, really, this is a fan-driven game, so this final season is for the fans, and you're going to be playing as Clementine and protecting AJ, and this is just near and dear to my heart. And
I mean, how do you feel about the fact that?
Speaking of which, I need to play some more of that when you finish the game.
I mean, it's bittersweet. I'm super sad. I'm super psyched. Of course, it'll be sad to end her journey, but I'm really looking forward. Obviously, I'm surrounded by talent with Telltale Games, and I have no doubt that the writers and the creatives are going to crush it. So, sad but happy? It's all very confusing. I'm a very confused human right now. Let's just put it that way.
Well, I'm someone who's played through all of the Telltale Walking Dead games. I'd love to know when the final season is coming out.
August 14th. We ship August 14th, and it's available for pre-order right now.
Be sure to check it out. Thank you so much for joining me on stage today. Once again, that's the Walking
Too many
Dead
damn games.
or you
Holy
can find
fuck,
it
I'm
on
gonna go
Steam
broke.
as well. And for our next title, Frankie, we're going to head back to you on the balcony.
Next
Too many
up,
damn
I've
games.
got a treat for you. Coming straight out of Finland from Nolla Games, it's a magical action roguelike that asks, is that a wand in your pocket? Or are you just trying to kill me? Don't let the retro art style fool you. Noita is set in a procedurally generated world where every pixel is physically simulated. Let's take a look.
What the fuck? It's actually really cool. Okay.
Our next title is one that's very near and dear to my heart, as it is the spiritual successor to one of my favorite childhood games, Theme Hospital. Joining me to talk about it are the two founders of 2 Point Studios to talk about 2 Point Hospital. Join me in welcoming
How's 2 Point
Dr.
Hospital?
Webley and Dr. Carr. Wow. Great suits. I mean, I gotta ask, as two fully trained medical professionals, how does one run a hospital in 2 Point Hospital?
Whoa, what's going on with the mic? What's going on with the mic?
Wait, oh my gosh, is the stethoscope eliminating your microphone? Oh, you know what? We do this every year. Come here, talk to me.
Okay.
How do we run a hospital?
So 2 Point Hospital is a game about designing and building your own
Oh
hospital. It's
my God!
Talk directly at my tie.
You said don't talk there.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, no, just look straight at the ground.
There's a lot of customization. Is this not working at all?
Yeah, it's great.
You carry on.
I'll carry on then. Yeah, a lot of customization, a lot of interesting characters in our world, which with all these different characters, we had to come up with some really interesting illnesses and cures for them. And you have fun in 2 Point County exploring different regions and curing people with different ailments. And as you can see on the screen, we've got... this is real. We actually researched this. It's a certain animal. And also you can train people. You can train your doctors to be better, your nurses to be better. Do research so you can unlock new wonderful cures.
Yeah.
You know, saying everything, isn't it?
Sorry, I didn't know if your mic was
great.
working. I was a bit backfilling. Carry on.
So, I mean, tell me about it. Like, what is the sort of late game sort of experience that you'll be playing through? Because this looks like it's quite deep into the running of a hospital.
Yeah, this is later on. So you start off and you're researching and you're training up staff, you're diagnosing illnesses, and you're hopefully curing them and making money, and then heading off.
I see this malady. Yeah, I see this malady called turtle head. Can you explain a little bit about what that is?
Yes. It's when the head becomes so shrunken, it gets stuck in the neck orifice, just pops out slightly. It has to be extracted. And Mark, how's it get extracted?
This is something you've maybe we've all been there. I know. This is one where a little bit of suction always helps. And
and
it's gone.
And out it comes. Yeah. We had to research how to do that.
That's actually a real illness.
Yeah, it is.
Now, I had to ask about something that I think every young man has to deal with at some point. What is a monobrow infestation?
Yeah, well, monobrow is
follically enhanced.
Yes.
The problem. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Monobrow? What the fuck's a monobrow?
But it needs to be diagnosed and cured pretty quickly. If it doesn't, it'll fester, and you might shed a bit of hair. And in fact,
it will actually leave the body, and it needs to be got rid of.
I'm watching E3 still.
It
what
looks
the
like
fuck?
the monobrows are multiplying in the hospital.
They breed they're
just,
big breeders.
I'm watching this like hospital simulator game.
Dirty places.
Ugh! What the fuck is that?
So you've got to keep your hospital clean and well maintained.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
can you hear me?
Why are you watching a hospital?
I want to ask about sort of
because they're showing at E3.
Evolves over time. Theme Hospital was very mission based.
They're showing the hospital game at E3.
The experience of running a hospital change as the game goes on.
Yeah, so once you've started your first hospital, it's a pretty simple affair, and then you
Hi.
move on through 2 Point County. There's different regions. There's a cold region. There's warm regions.
What?
Contagious diseases. And, there's
poor regions, there's rich regions.
Well, yeah. So we've got volcanoes.
Yeah. We've got all sorts of wonderful weird effects can happen.
I saw the freaking Walking Dead thing, and dude, it doesn't really show much gameplay. It's like a gameplay trailer, which I really
You've got everything set up nicely.
thought was fucking awesome.
Well, I'd love to know more information about when 2 Point Hospital is coming out.
Well, we're coming out to fall. And you can check us out by going onto our Steam page and hopefully wish listing. And we're coming later in the year.
We're told to say.
No.
Well, I'm personally, again, really looking forward to it coming out. Thanks so much for joining me, Doctor and Doctor.
Thank you.
Talk about 2 Point Hospital. Now, our second Battle Royale game of the afternoon takes a fantasy RPG-esque bent, and you may have even...
Damn, how long is their conference? Holy fuck!
Let's take a look at Hi-Rez's Realm Royale.
Man, they weren't kidding when they said they had a lot of games to show. And they're showing another Battle Royale game. God. Realm Royale?
Joining me to talk about Realm Royale is the executive producer at High Res.
Another fucking Battle Royale game.
Nubro, aka Dry Bear, Mr.
It's called
Dry
Realm
Bear.
Royale.
What
It's like a
separates
fantasy
Realm
battle royale
from
game.
other types of Battle Royale games in the genre?
It's a good question. So before you go up into the air to determine where you land on the map, you'll actually choose from a list of fantasy classes like mage or hunter or assassin and specify a unique play style before you land.
How do these different classes work?
So the engineer will be more about bunkering down, putting up shields.
It's literally
putting down
fucking
turrets.
Fortnite.
The assassin will
It
get
looks
behind
just
lines,
like it.
using stealth, use a sniper rifle to take out targets, and the warrior will just jump.
I'm not even kidding. You jump out of a fucking.
Some of the streams
You jump out of something in the sky that's it's a hot air balloon, almost like the bus, and you fly down and choose where to go, just like it. And it's third person, just like it. It's literally fucking Fortnite.
But it specifies your play
in all the
style.
Battle Royale games,
as you're looting abilities as well.
Yeah, but even the art is like freaking Fortnite. It's literally Fortnite.
There's one thing.
And so you can just
you know that game I was playing a while back called Darwin Project?
You mentioned this a little bit. I've
Yeah.
seen it on stream. Talk to me
In that
about
game,
crafting in the game. I mean, how does crafting work in a game
spawn
where there's
in an open
a
world.
constantly shrinking play circle?
Like
We're
you
really
don't
excited about
fly
this.
down.
So strewn
You have
across
to
the map,
find
there are places called
wood and
forges.
everything.
And so once you go to the forge,
craft
you'll collect
stuff, like to
shards
upgrade
from
your gear.
disenchanting loot you
You
find
have to
as you're
build
going
fires
about.
to
And
keep
you'll use
yourself
these
warm.
shards to start crafting legendary gear, very
it's
powerful
a Battle
pieces that
Royale
everyone
game,
wants.
but things
Once you
don't
start the
close by
forge,
themselves,
a
like
smokestack
a window
will appear
thing
above the
or
forge, and everyone
storm
comes
doesn't
over to
close
fight.
in. What happens
Big team
is there's
fight.
quadrants
So
to the map.
I know that
right?
Realm
I think
Royale
there's
is
like
currently available
7
for
quadrants or
free
something. There's like a middle,
on
and then there's
Steam,
things on the
but I hear that
outside.
you have some
Now,
goodies
one
that you can
person,
check
one
out
player
there.
gets turned into the master,
right.
the
So
headmaster
free on
of the
Steam,
game,
we're actually out for
and
less than a
they
week now,
choose
and we
where
are
they
already
drop
number 4
supplies,
on
like do
Steam
airdrops,
charts.
and they
And
choose
this
which
week
quadrants
at
to close.
E3, through
And as the
Mixer,
headmaster
if you
closes
stream on
things,
Mixer and you're playing,
if
the
you're
stream
not in the
that gets closest
quadrant,
to the Crown
then
Royale will enter into the
you're
hype
fine.
zone,
But if you're in
and
the
so everyone will
quadrant,
see you on, you'll be featured on the
I
main
think
page
you start
of Mixer.
dying or you
You'll
die
have
or
a
something. I
chance
don't
to
know.
win the
It was never called a
Jailbird chicken
quadrant.
skin, which is
But
our
it's a
first
giant
piece of
open world,
cosmetic.
and you have
It's
to
a little chicken
kill
with,
everybody
like, a
else
little
to
jailbird,
survive.
like,
You
like prisoner
capture
outfit and just bounce around. It's
airdrops and
hilarious.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and if you don't know the chicken mechanic, seriously, please look
It's
it up
pretty
right
interesting,
now.
but the people on it
Thanks
were
so much for
very
joining me on
toxic,
stage
so,
to talk
like,
about Realm Royale. Once
nice.
again, it's for free on Steam right
Dude, and
now.
that's where I
Our
heard
next
that guy.
game
He was
is
really
one
toxic, but he
was shown
sounded
at
like a
last
professional.
year's
Like he had a
PC Gaming
professional
Show,
mic.
and Frankie
There was
has
no
some
background
updates
static.
of
He
what
sounded
they've been up to.
clear,
Yes,
like
so
I was
as
watching
you
a
may
video on
remember, our
YouTube
next game
in
is
HD.
made by a core
Like
team of just
and it was
2
over
people.
microphone in a
It's
game,
called
which I didn't think was
Ooblet,
possible.
And it's a farming and
But it was
creature
so clear. It's
collecting
clearer
indie
than
inspired by
Discord.
Pokemon, Harvest Moon, and Animal
It was
Crossing.
weird.
This fresh trailer
It was
features
weird
a
to hear
first
someone
look
like they
at
were
a
talking
unique
from a
combat
YouTube
system,
video in my ear.
along with plenty of
In a
cute
game.
ooblets and environments. Let's take a gander.
This game has apparently been made by 2 people. Okay.
Yeah, me and you.
I don't think you would create something like this.
Why don't we create a battle royale game ever and be the best one ever made? Yeah, dude.
No.
No, why not?
There's enough Battle Royale shit.
There's not enough because we haven't done it yet.
Just no.
Hop on.
This is literally the longest conference I've ever seen. Like, literally, it's an hour and 30 minutes so far.
Get on here.
But I'm not complaining. That's pretty cool.
It wouldn't be a PC
More the better.
gaming show without a dash of strategy, which is why I'm delighted that we get the chance to share with you the next in the Anno games. Let's take a look at Anno 1880.
Anno? Never heard of that. Huh.
Joining me on the stage to talk about it is the executive producer, Burkhard Rathheiser, and community developer, Bastian Thun.
Guys, I'm gonna turn on my light real quick.
Gentlemen, welcome to the stage. I want to begin right away by asking, for people who haven't seen or experienced the Anno series, what are these types of games like?
Yeah, well, Anno 1800 is a PC only real-time strategy game, and it's kind of mixing city building together with economic simulation and naval warfare. And at its core, it's a sandbox game, so you have a vast amount of freedom to explore the world and build huge cities.
And I wonder if you could talk to me a little bit about why the choice of the 19th century for this game.
Well, the 19th century, it's such an interesting and rich era. There was so much happening in this era. So we had two industrial revolutions. We had major scientific inventions and also big social changes, and also the creation of the big imperial empires. So it's a really rich era.
And what are some of the elements that we'll get to see from the 19th century in Anno 1800?
So it's kind of, for the player, it's well, basically you start with the first kind of medieval settlements, and then it's a kind of a journey through the 19th century. So it's a kind of, you explore everything that kind of happened in this rich era.
And I understand that you have a very unique take on how to work with the community, how to gather feedback. I was wondering if you could talk to me about what is Anno Union.
So last year at Gamescom, when we actually revealed the game, we decided on, it's pre-alpha, we revealed the game. We invited the community to basically become a member of our development team. So we launched our Anno Union platform. It's a place where we give constant weekly updates on the current development and invite players to give feedback and basically help us developing the game.
Can you give me like an example of exactly how some choices have been steered by the community?
So there's a lot of different stuff we did. So like from the feedback we got on our blogs and focus playtests where invited players got so much great feedback, which had to completely rebalance the mid and late game of the game. Also, we heavily expanded on core features of the game based on feedback. We said like, okay, that really seems to work. Players like that, so okay, let's do it. Like improve the quality a little bit even more. But they can also vote on actual game content. So we had a big vote for an AI opponent in the game, for a community creation contest where they could create their own island and stuff like that.
And I understand that some of this footage that you're sharing right now is pieces that people can go to anno-union.com and vote on right now.
Exactly. So just in time for E3, you can go to anno-union.com, check out, we have a vote up where you can vote on one of 5 ships in the game. And that's only the first stage, because in the second stage, we will allow you to design your own ship variant. So the winner of that first vote, then you can hand in your own design notes, drawings, 3D models, whatever you like. And the winner of that contest will actually make it into the game.
Now, where is the website that people can go to again to get the most information right now?
Yeah, just check out anno-union.com.
Oh shit!
It's a big community platform.
They're making it where you can make your own ship, and if then there's a contest, and if whoever wins, basically their ship gets put into the game.
Gentlemen, thank you for joining me on stage to talk about Anno 1800. Our next title is the final battle royale of the night, and Frankie is going to be talking about it, and it's a little bit, maybe not what you'd expect.
Publisher TinyBuild is known for discovering distinctive indie developers and bringing their quirky ideas to the fore, with Cluster Truck, Speedrunners and Hello Neighbor among their catalogue of hits. And now I'm delighted to be able to bring you the world-exclusive reveal of a game developed by Galvanic Games in cooperation with Explosion. Inspired by the Cyanide and Happiness webcomic, Rapture Rejects is Battle Royale as you've never seen one before, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not. Top-down, isometric, cartoony, and basically bonkers.
What? A top-down Battle Royale game now? A top-down?
Introducing Rapture Rejects.
There's a top-down Battle Royale game.
Yeah, you said that 3 times.
Yeah, just because I'm trying to process my brain around this.
Have you never played CS2D?
Dear God, every
That's
day I
CS.
strive to be closer to your light.
Counter-Strike?
Counter-Strike is not 2D.
Day, that most holiest of days comes upon us. When you bring all the good people to heaven, that I may live in eternal glory by your side. Amen.
Sell loot. Sell your animal skins. $930. It tells you right in the front how much it's worth. Oh, cool. Prairie fire.
Little help? Thanks, brah.
It's a game that takes place in the Armageddon. What? It's the end of the fucking world, and they just show the rapture happening. Oh, wow.
Really? You idiot. You're lucky that bullet went through you.
You didn't bring the leaves! Smell you later, you old bag!
Oh my god!
I can't believe we got to show that trailer. That's so great.
What?
Our final
the
game that
hell?
we'll be showcasing this evening is from perhaps the most famous stealth action franchise in gaming, the Hitman series.
Oh, here we go,
Let's take a
Hitman.
look at a brand new trailer from Hitman 2.
Welcome to Miami, 47.
Gone squatch.
The innovation race is on its last day, and it is down to the wire. The Providence defectors are Robert and Sierra Knox. A day of high-octane thrills and two very public targets.
Wait, you're playing Far Cry?
Playing it for a while.
What territory are you in? Oh.
Yeah, I haven't played it by myself. I played with you or Jake. So I just recently defeated John. Like the last time I played with him.
Joining me to talk about Hitman 2 is game director from IO Interactive, Jacob Mickelson. Join me up here, Jacob. Come on out, we gotta talk. Assassination.
Hey, Sean.
Welcome, Jacob. Thanks for
Copyright,
joining
blah,
me.
blah,
I mean,
blah,
right
blah.
away, tell me, what is Agent 47 doing in Miami?
Well, he's there to pay a visit to Sharon Robert Knox, who are part of the Confernce Empire. And yeah, we all know how that ends, right?
Well, given that it's a Hitman game, I have some hints. And, you know, I always felt like in the Hitman games, the environment was so critical, trying to study and trying to understand it. What are some of the elements in Miami that will show up in Hitman 2?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Miami is, I think it's one of the biggest events we've ever created in the game. And in Miami, we have, of course, the race as the centerpiece.
Yeah.
But being this super high-detailed sandbox, we also go to great lengths to actually create all the surrounding bits and pieces, like you have here, backstage area. Of course, we also have that in Miami. So pits and paddocks, there's an emergency room, and so on. So all the facilities needed in order for you to kind of make your own way through the mission and take advantage of the locations and all the different disguises and items you stumble upon as you move in closer to your targets.
And in terms of mechanics, I know that there's going to be a lot of the familiar feels, but what are some of the brand new mechanics that are in Hitman?
Yeah, some of the new stuff is, for instance, the crowds we saw here in Miami. First of all, there's more than ever.
Yeah,
we're close to 2,000 people now in the scenes. And on top of that, we also introduced a new crowd mechanic where you can dip into the crowd if you get in trouble. So as long as they are not fleeing or running away, then they're there for you to hide in case you get chased by guards. Another new thing is the picture-in-picture mechanic where you get information about what's going on other places in the level. So if you're setting up traps and stuff like that, you can kind of keep track of where the important characters are. And last but not least, we have the fan favorite, which is the sniper briefcase is back. But this time it's not only for sniper rifles, it's also for all the other things you want to carry around kind of without causing too much attention to yourself.
And I want to ask about some of the weapons and the disguises that have been showing up throughout these trailers.
Yeah, we go to great lengths. I think the theme of this showing is going to be the fish. It's really it's a studio favorite. We're having a lot of laughs at that, right? And then, of course, you just saw it in the kitchen as a frying pan. So we all know the kitchen is the most dangerous room in your house, right?
Yeah, of course.
Also counting Hitman.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I want to ask about some of my favorite content from Hitman, things like elusive targets, limited time events. Will those be making a comeback?
Absolutely. So there's still going to be escalations for you to kind of challenge the game in many different ways. There's going to be challenge packs, again, new challenge for you. And then, of course, the elusive targets that pop up for a short period of time only. And you have one shot at this or, go bust.
As my final question, the expected question, when does Hitman 2 come out?
Hitman 2 comes out November 13, and if you pre-order right now, you also get access to a new game mode called Sniper Assassin, where you get to play as Agent 47, and also, for the first time in the franchise, you can play along with a friend in the co-op mode.
Well, Jacob, thank you so much for coming out. I'm super looking forward to Hitman 2.
Hitman with a co-op mode?
I might
What?
be the worst Hitman ever, but I try hard. Now, Jacob, I'm going to thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm going to escort you off to the right. So you're going to rush off this way, because coming in from the left, for the first time ever, vaguely nearby me, it's the co-host, Frankie. Come here, Frankie.
They let me come down from the balcony for good behavior.
Excellent. Well, Frankie, we did it. The PC Gaming Show is done. Thank you so much for joining us to host this year.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for all of you who came out to the Wiltern and joined us today. It was a blast. Thanks
Wow,
to Twitch.
has a lot of games
I
they
know
showed.
that everything you said was appropriate and intelligently thought out.
I'm trying to remember all of it.
And of course, this year we're curating even more great PC games from the Facebook booth in E3 South Hall. Last, and of course not least, a huge thank you to all our wonderful sponsors who let the PC Gaming Show come back for a 4th straight year. They are Hi-Res Studios, Digital Extremes, Archangel Hellfire, Team 17, Stardock Entertainment, Acer, Predator, Improbable, Oculus Rift, Drake's Cakes, Tripwire, Frontier Developments, and Square Enix. We hope you have a wonderful E3 and go play some damn video games. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
Welcome
All right.
back to E3 on Twitch. That was the PC Gaming Show. Thank you, Day9 and Frankie, for taking us through a lot of games for PC. We're going to talk about our favorites. I don't know that we'll necessarily get through every single one.
Alright, well, guys, that was PC Gaming Conference. That was the longest one so far. Like, holy shit, they had a lot of games.
To wrap up the second day of press conferences.
And they're getting ready for Sony soon, so. But, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like, as well as subscribe to join the Almighty Wolf Army, as well as join the Almighty Wolf Army Discord chat so you can talk to your fellow Wolf members. This is Big Bad Wolf. See you guys later.